Hey everyone, welcome to Aligned Souls Tarot. I'm Lindsey. Today we will be doing a reading for the next 3 to 5 days. So whenever you guys are meant to see this, just trust that divine timing has allowed you to see it. And then 3 to 5 days from the time that you watch it is typically when these things will come through or come to fruition. I'm not doing a specific reading today, so whatever comes through comes through. It could be about relationships, career, or finance. So far, we've just had relationship related ones, whether it be with friends or actual partnerships. So we'll see. I'm not trying to go for those, but that just seems to be what's coming through today. I do have a new deck. It is the Moonology manifestation cards, so we'll be using those later in the reading. They are different from your typical Moonology deck as they give you some advice on how to move through things and manifest things. So that's new. If you are new to my channel, I am going to start doing giveaways when we get to 100 subscribers. That's always been kind of my thing. So share out the video to your friends and family if you think that they would benefit from it or other videos on this channel. What else can I tell you guys? Check the description box. There's a lot of things in the description box. There is ways to donate to the channel. There are my other brands listed there. I'm currently not doing any of the health coaching right now, just due to time constraints and things like that. But you can check out my other things that are listed down there. If you have any questions about what decks I use, those are listed in the description box as well. Extended reads are listed too. You can subscribe to those. I will not be doing an extended read for today unless I get through the read and then kind of feel differently about it. But so far today I have not done any extended reads. What else? This is a general tarot read, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Do not try to make it fit. If nothing fits, guys, you have two options. You can come back in a week or two and see if it resonates more then, or you can check your other placements like your moon, Venus, rising, any of those signs, because there might be messages in those readings for you instead of just your sun sign. You could also cross watch, so you might not sorry, I was about to say Taurus. You guys could be dealing with a Taurus. But you might not be a Capricorn. You could have that in your chart, or you can be watching because you have your eye on a Capricorn, right? So welcome all my cross watchers. I guess that's it. We'll get into it. Like I said, this is for the next 3 to 5 days for my Capricorns. And yeah, we will go with it. We will see what comes through. So far what I've seen was the 10 of Cups came through big time. So it could be wish fulfillment coming through. It could be success coming through. It could be an opportunity coming through, something that you have really hoped for could be coming through. But I do feel is some grand gesture of some sort, or something you have been waiting for. Like I said, it could be career, finance, or relationships. It's not defined as of this very moment. Hopefully as we get further, it will define it itself. Okay, you definitely have something coming in. Okay. I feel like you have something coming in and you're kind of leaving something behind, or you have something coming in that isn't your normal. It's not your norm. Not your norm. I'm going to try to get one more card on this so I can have a middle point. This feels very relationship-y. just so you guys know. I was, wasn't trying to go in that direction, but like I said, all of them today, they've just been favoring the relationship. So maybe everybody, just because the way planetary alignments are, people just need that relationship advice or something. Like I said, I wasn't intending on it to be like that. Wow, guys. Okay, so man, I kind of hate to say this because I hate these storylines, but I mean, I don't hate them, I just dislike them. But I feel like you have something that you let go of that you thought was all that in a bag of chips, let's say. And it's trying to come back in. It's trying to come back in. They're okay. They're telling me to get these cards already. Which is highly unusual because this is not the method that I've been using all day. Anyways, you do have something that is coming in that has already been in, that has been out, and now is trying to come back in. There's incoming communication surrounding it. Unfortunately, it does kind of feel like a twin flame sort of thing where it's on and off, in and out, up and down, left and right, upside down, right side out, etc., right? And those things tend to stick around and come and go as they please. There could be love, there could be arguments. I wonder why they... Let me get one more for you with these cards. I'll probably pull more of these cards later as well if they don't. This Y card, guys, this Y card has come out in every single reading that I have done today. This Y card right here, it literally has come out in every single thing. So I will read the book on these because these are all protection messages. All 4 of them are protection messages for you, and I feel like they are significant because, like I said, it's out of order here. Normally I do these 2 decks and then we go to those. So but I do feel you guys are divine counterparts. You have the Emperor and the Empress here. You could be dealing with a Taurus, you could be dealing with an Aries, or that could be in their chart. You could be dealing with any fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There is also the 4 of Wands here in reverse, which is telling me that this, like, it didn't work out. Like, this is the goal, though. So it's with the Wheel of Fortune is like, I feel like this is being forced, kind of. Like, instead of letting it flow and letting it grow, this has kind of been like a ongoing thing that has, what's the right word, keeps getting stuck. It's like you're going, and then like boom, you hit a pothole or something, and then you're like going, and then boom, there's another pothole. And it just feels like you guys are like, you're trying to keep going down this road that you're not letting divine timing take its course and put you down that road at the time that you're supposed to, if that makes sense. Sounds confusing to me, but I hope that makes sense to some of you. It just feels, like I said, really kind of forced, okay? Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm going to read these cards for you guys. Because, like I said, for some reason they wanted you to hear them. So the first one that came out was a leg up, and it is in reverse. Now, any of these pictures that are on these cards could be symbols to you, or they could resonate with you. So we have a polar bear, we have a book with wings, there's a dove with an egg, there's a baby polar bear. What else? There's gold and mask. I think that's pretty much it. Okay. So the first protection message that you have asks if you are consistently doing things on your own, by yourself. Do you insist on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come, convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded as they do not serve you at all. Will others help you? Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good, for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you'll be amazed by how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. Now, guys, with the tarot cards that we pulled in regards to that message, what stood out the most to me was about oh Lord, where was it? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded. And I feel like that resonates with this reading as far as a fear of you doing life by yourself. And then with the totality of that message, it's so bad or so deeply ingrained or so subconsciously embedded that some of you guys are probably going to not like that I'm going to say this, but it's to a point where you're so afraid of doing life alone that you put on this persona that they're talking about as far as the ability to do life by yourself, which seems counterproductive or counterintuitive to what you actually want, because you actually want somebody there because you don't want to do it alone, right? But you're trying to prove to the world that you're independent, okay? But the truth of the matter is you don't want to be alone, okay? Nobody truly wants to be alone, I don't think. There might be a few people in the world. But I feel like and I think that's where this All That Glitters card comes from, this mask here, is you have this mask on that is projecting to the world that you're independent and that you got this and that you can do this and that you don't need somebody, right? It's true, we don't need somebody, but sometimes it would be nice to have somebody, or sometimes it's nice to need somebody. I mean, not need somebody, but want somebody, right? We don't need them, but we want them, okay? And that kind of plays into what I was saying earlier about this feeling like it's being forced. I feel like it's being forced because you don't want to be alone so badly that you're forcing the situation to happen as you feel it should happen, okay? All right, so the next one was why, the question why, and again, another protection message. And it says, sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns with an intention hidden from your awareness. Okay, so with that being said alone, because they just give a couple of answers, a couple of explanations here about that. The last part, it says, now is the time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you even closer to the happiness you seek. So again, in regards to the cards that we have pulled and that message, I feel like, going back to what I just said, like your intention is to not be alone, but you're acting so independent that you're actually pushing people away so that you end up not having somebody and you are alone, right? So this unintended consequences that the why talks about, figure out why you're doing that. Figure out why you're projecting to the world that you need to be so darn independent, right? What is hurting you so bad internally, deep down, subconsciously, from childhood or otherwise, some sort of trauma that makes you feel like you need to be so independent that you're actually pushing people away instead of allowing people to come in, because your divine counterpart is here and you continue to push them away, okay? And I feel like it is because they can see through you. They can call you out on your BS, and they can call you out on the fact that you have this persona and this false mask being presented. They can call you out on that. And I'm sure that that does not make you happy, because why would you want somebody to know that about you, right? Why would you be vulnerable enough, like this said, why would you want to be vulnerable with somebody who can see through you when you're in such an energy of being independent, right? You're trying to be the strong one here, King of Wands. You're trying to be the strong, confident one. And that's not what you need right now. And because you're trying to be this, you're rejecting this connection and you're rejecting divine timing. And so this is not going to happen. This marriage, this joining together of you and your divine counterpart, this is not going to happen. They're coming back in. They will always come back in because they see this and they know this. But you keep trying to be this strong, independent person. You're rejecting them, even though you don't want to. Just saying, that's a very deep message there. You have peace at number 23. Sorry, I was just counting. I was counting the numbers on the card to see if there's any significance there. Peace at number 23, another protection message, says now is a time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions. Even if there are dissonant notes in the music of your life, all that means is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. Find harmony within yourself and don't look to the outer world to provide certainty. This too shall pass, and once again your life will be filled with beautiful music. Okay, again, another card that's saying that you have some healing that you have to do. You have to figure out why you feel like you need to be in this this false persona, right? Something that stood out to me though with that was when it said, don't look to the outer world for certainty. I feel like you being independent, strong, independent, you can do it. You're getting validation from people externally because you're in that mode, right? They're like, oh, you do everything all the time. Like, I don't know how you do it. That's so strong of you. You know, you're such a strong person. Like, I wish I could be more like you. And that kind of gives you this validation to keep doing it. But you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself in the end because you're pushing your divine counterpart away. Because you know that as soon as you allow this person in, you reduce your confidence level here. And there's a difference between being confident in an egotistical way and being confident in yourself for who you are as you are, flaws and all. That's two totally different things, right? There's the ego of confidence that comes from the validation of other people. That's where you're at right now, and that's why you're not getting this. But if you had confidence, more like the Queen of Wands sort of confidence in yourself for who you are as you are, this would prosper and this would happen. And you would actually be a whole heck of a lot happier. Okay, let's be real. I'm sorry I'm being so hard on you right now, Capricorn, but that's the messages that I'm getting right now. And like me being stern is the wake-up call that I think that you need. And this seems kind of super specific, so it probably won't resonate with a lot of you, but I bet you for most of you, you know who this person is. You know who this person is. You know you have this connection with them. You feel it. But you deny yourself it because you are also afraid. That was another point that was coming to mind, was you're also afraid that if you allow this person to come in, that validation you're getting from external sources about how independent you are and how awesome you're doing, they're not going to say that anymore because now you're going to be with somebody. Okay? You're going to be a couple. You're not going to be independent anymore. So where is this validation of you being the strong, independent person going to come from? It's not. Because you're going to be with somebody. So going internally and figuring out why you feel the need to be so independent and why you need validation from other people, that's the work that you need to do right now. And allow this to develop in divine timing. Allow this card to flip over. Allow this card to flip over. be more true to yourself. Allow that card to flip over because they're here. You keep pushing them away. They're your soulmate and you keep pushing them away. All right, lastly with that, we have all that glitters. Number 16. These numbers keep calling out to me, guys. Okay, sorry. I'm going to tell you it so it stops distracting me. All that glitters is a 16, okay, and that reduces to 7. A leg up is a 34. That reduces to 7. So you have 2 cards of 7 here, which is decision making. It is about change as well. You have 31 on the Y card, which reduces to a 4. Again, about self-transformation, internal reflection. Then you have 5 here, which is peace. 23, which reduces to a 5 with peace. And that also has to deal with transformation. So you got a couple of transformation cards here, about a self-awareness cards. And then, like I said, a couple about decisions. Okay, so make the decision to internally change, right? Okay, like I said, lastly, all that glitters, number 16, your protection message with that one says that this is a signal to walk away from what you're contemplating. There's a thin veneer of glitter and sparkle that masks something rotten underneath. Pursuing it will only bring about a difficult situation you will be sorry you got yourself into. Stay away. Isn't it wonderful how spirit protects you? Better things await. Yes, I feel like this isn't a person or a thing. I feel like if you continue, this is a warning to where if you continue down this path, you will not like the person that you become. And you will not like the people that you're attracting. Okay? Like I said, sorry to be the bearer of bad news there. And sorry to be so strict about it or stern about it. But A, I am a mother for one. But 2, no, I truly care about you guys and your situations, and I do want you to heal. I want you to heal in as many ways as possible that you are guided. You're guided to heal from. I think we all have our own path in life, and we all have our own obstacles that need to be overcome, subconsciously and consciously. Right? Okay, they want me to do these instead. Okay, now let's get back to the reading. And let's see what kind of clarification, what kind of clarification they can have on what they're going to give us for the next 3 to 5 days in regards to these cards and this situation. I just saw a heart chakra card. Definitely going in about self-love and how you love others. I feel like that's a big theme here. You do have, what do you have? You have communication, stability, emotion, major arcana, passion, major arcana, and passion again. So there's no really defining, if there's communication. There is communication coming in and there is a person coming in. But as far as finances go, there's not really much on the board about finances, not really much on the board about a lover per se, like details about that. So maybe this new set will tell us more about those things. Let's go for it. So we're going to go through and we're just going to clarify each one of these cards, starting with the Ace of Swords and what to expect in the next 3 to 5 days, Capricorn. Okay, try again. There it goes. All right. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my dog. He keeps walking around everywhere. He's a very anxious dog. If you guys have any suggestions about how to make your dog less of an anxious dog, that would be great. I will take any advice that you guys have, please. He eats tissues, another sign that he's anxious or bored, I guess you could say, but he's got plenty of toys. I don't know why I'm going off on a tangent about my dog, guys. Sorry. All right, 2 more cards. King of Wands. Thank you very much. And lastly, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, got 3 cards on that one. Nice. All right, I'm going to see if they have anything else for you, and I'll just put that off to the side. Just in case, yeah. You know what? I'm going to leave that one where it landed. Sorry. And this one. If you guys haven't been to my channel before, when I have cards that come out sideways like this, stop. Sorry, my dog's right here. Okay. I have learned to spin them like that to see how they want to receive that. So there's that 8 of Cups. I'm gonna put that over here, like I said, kind of off to the side. This one I'm putting with that one because that's what kind of landed, and that kind of makes sense in what is being presented there as well. And here we go. Okay, Capricorn. So clarifying these cards. All right, pretty much like I said already. So we have this instability and this lack of coming together between you and whoever this person is. And I feel like that's something that they want to talk to you about. They want to talk to you about why you're not accepting their cup in both of these situations here, the Ace of Cups and the 6 of Cups. Why are you not accepting their emotions? Why are you not accepting this relationship with them? Because they know that this is it. They know that you are their person, but they don't understand why you cannot see that, or why you keep pushing them away, or why you're not accepting that. So there's definitely communication about that. This person, like I said, they are coming towards you in that capacity. Definitely emotional here. So this can actually go over that in that regard. With the 6 of Cups here, you do have the Hermit in reverse, which is indicating that there's self-healing needed around this situation that is not being done right now. Because of that, you have the 2 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. I like to point out with this card that she is carrying 5 out of the 7 swords, and the other 2 swords are sitting right there. So another symbology of the number 2, which is about you and your counterpart. Okay, basically what this person is doing, if you think of the 5 of Swords, it's not out here, but I wish it was. You are guarded, okay? You're guarded by heartbreak, and there's a fear of, they're telling me there's a fear of carrying more than what you're capable of. So that could resonate for some of you. But there is a fear of allowing somebody to come in because of that heartbreak. Okay, so past trauma, past childhood relationships, something along the line has caused you serious heartbreak, which is why you're like, I can do this on my own. This is where your independence energy comes from, is from whatever this heartbreak or this trauma was. Somewhere down the line, you could not rely on somebody, and that broke your heart. And ever since then, you're like, I could do it on my own. I'm good to do it on my own. I will do what it takes. I will make it, etc., etc. Like, you've told yourself all of those things. Trust me, I've been there. I used to be that way. But those are lies. Those are lies that we tell ourselves because we are so broken. Okay? And I need you to understand that there's significant healing that needs to be done around this situation, because your counterpart wants to come in. Your counterpart is pushing you to see what lies below the surface. You have the moon out here with this 7 of Swords as well. That indicates things that lie below the surface. Your future is unclear here because you are too afraid to go in and reflect and look at yourself in the mirror, okay? They're also telling me that the future is your own choosing. So if you choose not to go within and do the healing, or choose not to accept the fact that you can't continue down this road, then, wow, that thought just left me. That's your choice, right? That's your choice, and that's how your future will end up. You will continue to have this blockage. Eventually the universe will kick in and make you overcome it, but trust me, when the universe kicks in and makes you change, it's at like 10 times harder. It's way more brutal, and it's hard. So I definitely typically suggest, start the healing now. Start it on your own terms. Recognize that it's there and do the proper healing that's needed for that. But definitely that's why your soulmate is not coming in right now. That's why you keep pushing them away, is because this independent energy from this heartbreak. You've had previous heartbreak, and that's okay. We all have, and we all have our own ways of dealing with it, and we all have our own obstacles to overcome when it comes to that kind of situation. Self-reflection, like we mentioned in these cards up here, that self-reflection is what's really going to help you overcome that. But you have to do it on your own terms. Okay, Emperor reversed, clarified by the Princess of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles. You keep denying this offer that keeps being presented to you from this person. You keep denying it, so it keeps getting blocked here. They're saying that when this person comes back around to communicate about these things, you can communicate to them, hey, I have wounds that need healing about this and that. You don't have to go into full detail about them, but be vulnerable and honest with them about the situation that you do need healing. They're going to understand it because they are your counterpart. Okay? They're probably going to want to be there for you through it, right? And that's totally up to you if you want to accept that offer from them or not. If you want them there to help you get through it or not. But you have to let your guard down. Once you let your guard down is when you can truly have victory. Victory over this situation, victory over what lies in your heart, that heartbreak, that trauma. You can have victory over these obstacles that you keep running into, but you have to let your walls down. Okay, you can't be so pent up and independent like this. You have to let it go. You have to let it go, let it flow, and let it grow. That's what I say. That's my saying. Lastly here with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is your victory card here, assuming that you let go. So with the Wheel of Fortune here in the reverse, right, about divine timing not being allowed to do its thing. You have the Emperor in reverse again. You have the Three of Wands in reverse, and then you have the Six of Swords. So they're telling me to combine the Seven of Cups in here too, so I will. What this is saying is that your future with this person can, they're saying easily be taken away, but I don't like how that sounds. I don't like how that sounds, because that sounds really brutal, and that's not, if they're your twin flame, technically they're not really ever going to go away, but they will leave. I feel like this is their last attempt to come through before they leave. Okay, and like I said, because they are your counterpart, because they are your twin flame connection, they'll never truly really leave. If you guys don't come together in this lifetime, there potentially will be another lifetime that you guys could potentially come together, but that's all, like I said, potentially. But you're here now, in front of you right now, this very moment, is this person. So personally, if it was me, I would jump the gun and start working on what I need to work on so that I don't lose this person. But they're saying if you don't allow divine timing to do its job, then the future that you would have with this person is going to vanish. Okay, it could be for this lifetime, it could be for years, they're telling me it could be for 7 years, throwing that out there. Oops. But they want me to tell you that with this Seven of Cups here, your indecision, if you're like, well, if I just don't decide, then that's technically the universe doing whatever the universe wants to do. No, because your indecision is a no decision. Okay, remember that. anytime you don't make a decision on something, that's a no, right? Typically I say that when people are talking to other people and they're like, well, they're not getting a response. So I guess the original saying is no response is a no, or something like that, or a lack of a response is a no response, something like that. But your indecision is also a no decision, right? And this person will leave because you said no to them, even though you didn't directly say no to them. So they're saying, you know, don't be cold and cut off, because you will lose this 10 of Cups. You will lose this bright, beautiful, happy future with this person, and they will no longer come towards you. They won't until you heal and you start going to them potentially. They're telling me to tell you that they're not putting up with it anymore. Darn it, my computer keeps like going to sleep. It sucks. Anyways, okay. So I'm actually getting vibes to like not, oh, look at that, guys. Under that you have that 10 of Cups that I was just talking about here. And this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the read, is that there's something huge and significant coming in. That's what this is. So here, look at that, guys. If you leave this the way that it is, this is what's going to happen. But for the future, if you change these things around, you can have everything. Those are your two choices. Yeah, look at, oh my gosh, guys. Do you see that? Okay, 10 of Cups followed by the Knight of Pentacles. Let's see, and what did I tell you? 10 of Cups followed by the Knight of Pentacles. And both of these are in the reverse in this deck. Like, I did not make that up, guys. Like, look, seriously, this is the Queen of Wands. This one is the Queen of Cups. But still, like, if you remain in this situation, instead of what did I tell you? Going down to the Queen of Wands in this confidence level here. Going down in that confidence level, you can have this person come through with this offer, right? This is what their movement will be towards, is this. They will move towards that. But right now, the way you are right now, the energy that you're stuck in right now, this is what will happen. You won't have this 10 of Cups. This person will not come towards you because you're not opening your heart space. All right? That's crazy that they were the same like that. Okay, so they're telling me not to, or they're giving me vibes to not go through this deck, because your message is pretty much clear, right? There's healing that has to be done because you're acting so independent that you're actually pushing people away, and that comes from past childhood traumas that need to be looked at, or some trauma. It could have been in your teenage years, could have been in your early adult years, depending on how old you are. It could have been any time, honestly, but that healing needs to happen. So we're going to go ahead and go with the Moonology deck, and then we'll get some messages from your person with this deck that I created. I don't know why I couldn't finish that sentence. Okay. So here's the Moonology manifestation deck. Oops, if it will shuffle for me. These you do not read in the reverse, so don't worry if it comes out that way. Something else to note, on the board you have some heart chakra cards, you have some third eye chakra cards, you have some crown chakra cards, some solar plexus cards, some root chakra cards. Oops. I think they wanted me to see that one. It said cool your emotions. Oh look, there's one that flipped over on the top here. How cool that did. Cool your emotions. That could be you guys, because after everything I said, you guys are probably upset. I apologize. I really do, but I just read the messages that come through, and I hate when I have to be the bearer of bad news. But sometimes it just is what it is. Okay. All right, Capricorn, let's do this. Let's get some messages from the Moonology deck. Honor your feelings. Yes. And I think that has to deal with the crown chakra. We will check in just a second. It is a first quarter moon in Pisces. One or two more cards. That one wanted to come through. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. Be humble. Now that one just came through for Aquarius too, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius. That was not the one that I just seen. Where's the one that just flipped and then reversed itself? It was pink. Pink? No. Okay, maybe I'm seeing things. I don't think that this was it. This one says work through your feelings. Okay, we're just going to do it one more time. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I stop like that. I normally don't, but if they want it to come out, it'll come out. One more card, please. There we go. Okay, it says clear your mind. There's also go wild and be real. Both are full moon cards. Trust the universe. And that one is in reverse, but like I said, we don't need the reverses. But the fact that the trust the universe one is in reverse, as well as your Wheel of Fortune, I think is also a big sign as well. Okay, so let's read from the book with those. First one being honor your feelings, first quarter moon in Pisces. Pisces is the last one. It says, are you putting on a good front, acting like you're bright and breezy, but hiding your real feelings? Guys, did I not just tell you that in the whole reading? Rather than acting as though everything is fine, if you're worried about certain issues, it's best to deal with them. Avoid getting so wrapped up in your feelings that you overwhelm yourself and everyone else involved in the situation. If you deny your feelings, you'll go nowhere fast with your manifesting. Look at the big picture and use your intuition. Avoid blowing an upset out of proportion. Let's see. As admirable as it is to live a cheerful and happy-go-lucky life, this card suggests you need to make sure you're not ignoring your emotions. And I feel like that's a big thing, Capricorn. I feel like that's a big underlying thing that we have discussed during this reading today. You're being asked to feel all your feelings. Making light of your emotions now isn't recommended. Remember, we create with our emotions. This does deal with the crown chakra, and you do have some crown chakra cards on the board as well. Okay, next is Be Humble in Leo. That is also a first quarter moon. And like I said, Aquarius got this one in their reading. So you could be dealing with a Leo. I also mentioned, I think I mentioned about dealing with a Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in the beginning. All right, where are you at, Leo? Why can I not find you? There you are. Okay. Tension is in the air. You know that you can achieve your goals, which is half the battle, but this card suggests you need to be less show and more substance as you move slowly towards your goals. Don't try to impress anyone with money. Avoid allowing your ego to overwhelm you. Don't opt for something merely because you think it'll impress others. 2 sentences right there that I legit told you about early in the reading, right? This is clear message coming through for you guys to pay attention to, right? Practice grounding. In a financial situation, slow your spending. In love, if you're being stubborn or possessive, now's the time to stop. This card holds a lot of power. You just need to challenge the heated energies in a wise way. Identify and clear any blocks. Step up to receive all the goodies that life has to offer you. You have to want it, okay? You have to want to change. Lastly, we have last quarter in Gemini. So the first quarter is areas that you can grow, because when you have the new moon, that's a new beginning. When you have the first quarter, that's growth, right? The moon is growing. When you have the full moon, that's when it's at its peak. That's when everything is nice and full and abundant. And then you have the last quarter where things are going back down. They're decreasing in energy, and you're releasing things, right? You're releasing things until we get to the new moon. So this is all about, these two are about building, and this is about releasing. So it says clear your mind, right? Fretting is a sweet sounding word for feeling anxious. Drawing this card suggests that you or someone to you is fretting. As you already know, this won't help you to move closer to your goals, as it means you're directing thoughts and energy into what you don't want rather than what you do want. Guys, didn't we, one of these cards, I'm pretty sure, sorry, my computer again. I'm pretty sure it was a leg up. It could have been the Y card, could have been the peace card, but one of these cards said the same exact thing, did they not? About how you are deliberately getting things that you don't want unintentionally. It might have been the Y card. Okay, deliberately manifesting a goal comes from a happy place where you feel good. So focus on making a list of your concerns and then talk them through to clear your mind. This is far more likely to bring good results. While racing thoughts can be problematic, getting stuck in repetitive thought patterns isn't any good either. Find a balance here. Getting into a negative rut messes badly with your manifesting ability. Turn that frown upside down. A manifestation affirmation that they give you here says, loving others flows naturally when I love and accept myself. Okay, Capricorn, and I definitely feel like there's some underlying issues here within yourself that need a lot of healing, like I said, around your heart space, around past traumas. Okay, and it's not a bad thing. It's not something you have to be ashamed of. We all have our flaws. We all have our obstacles to overcome. And a lot of times it does have to do with our childhood, and it does have to do with how we were loved as children, or how our first couple of relationships went. That's really human nature, and they're definitely telling me to tell you that and affirm with you that is just human nature, and it is possible to overcome. But again, you have to want it. Okay. So these are messages from your person, from their higher self, anything they want you to know as far as thoughts, feelings, wants, desires, anything. So anything that their higher self wants you to know. Okay. So typically when they all fall out like this, I take the top one and then I don't take the rest, but they're telling me to take the second one because they like that one too. So the first one you got says, I love you. And I really feel like that's true with this person. I think no matter what the situation, this person will always love you. Oh my gosh. Okay, can I stop taking all of these? Okay, thank you. Jeez. Alright, so first one says, I love you. Second one says, if you only knew how deep my love is for you. So another I love you card. This one came up next. It says, I am fighting for you, for us, but in my own way. Again, I do feel like this person keeps coming back and trying to fight for you, even though you continue to push them down in a way. Next one says, our stars are aligned. We belong together. Again, I told you earlier, I feel like this person feels that. They know that. They know that you guys are divinely connected with each other. Next one says, you are truly my one and only. I see that now. And again, I feel like they keep fighting for you because they see this. Now, whether you see this or not, and this is a card referring to you, is to your own discretion, okay? The last one we have here says, this can't be real. I never thought I'd feel like this for someone. Guys, this person is madly, truly, deeply in love with you, and they don't want to go anywhere anytime soon. Okay? So trust in that. Do the healing. Do what's necessary so that you can move forward with this person, because this is a really great connection. It's a very divine connection, but you have healing to do, and whether you allow this person to be there through that healing process or not is totally up to you. It's your choice, but I think you should be open and honest with this person. You should be vulnerable with them about the fact that you have previous heartbreak in some capacity that needs healing in order for you to accept yourself so that you can accept them, okay? And that you do appreciate that they accept you as you are currently. All right, I feel like that's a huge, big, major message there for you guys. Okay. All right, Capricorn, that's all I have for you for today. Next 3 to 5 days, all of this should be kicking up, stirring around, all of them good things. So I hope that it resonated. I hope that you enjoyed it, even though it was stern. I apologize for that. I just read the cards as they are. If you liked it, please like the video, subscribe. If you're catching my vibe, share them out to friends and family so we can get to the 100 subscriber point so we can do some free giveaways. Giveaways will not just be like for tarot purposes, it'll also be for healing, as that is my entire brand, and you can check all of that out below in the description box as well, okay? All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye, Capricorn.